Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the RS3 update video. Now this week, a little bit of disappointment, but a good announcement at the same time. The bad news is it is yet kind of another patch week, but next week we have been confirmed that will be the start of Forinthry. So that is coming up here pretty directly. Now they're saying that there's a Forinthry content reveal for this Wednesday. So the live stream this Wednesday will have some content sneak peeks, if you will, for the fort. It does not necessarily say that the fort itself is going to be released that week. It's just the 4 and 3 new foundations, which will be the start of the new series of the content. So this could be a quest, this could be the fort itself. It's probably going to be a mixture of the both, I would presume. But it'll be at 5 p.m. game time, and you could just head over to RuneScape.com shortly after, and you can get a little bit of a sneak peek into that content. But up next we have the Devotion Sprites, which is, as you might guess, is the Valentine's event for this year. So Devotion Sprites will begin to appear near the lodestones in Berthorpe, Varrock, Lumbridge, and Profindus each day. Catching one of these Devotion Sprites will award you a lovely gift box containing either heart mints or oddments for Ironman, Valentine's chocolates, or the new rose-tinted glasses from the Gifts from the Heart Treasure Hunter promotion. So I'm sure you can guess what's going to be coming here soon too. But there's also the Melvor Idol expanded edition, Throne of the Herald. So if you haven't, checked this out yet, I mean, it's actually kind of neat if you're into something that is RuneScape inspired, like Idol game. I tried it. I think it's pretty cool, but I couldn't stick with it for a multitude of reasons. Nothing against it. It's just I had other stuff I'd like to do. Then we have the Prime Gaming drop. So Prime Gaming Scapers, don't forget there's a new Prime Gaming drop from Tuesday on. Well, for so long, obviously. This latest drop contains 7 days of membership, along with a Prime package containing 1x Death Touch darts, 5x large prismatic lamps, 2x aura refreshes, and 5x pulse cores, and 1x monthly D&D reset. You can claim this pack starting February 7th. And then the Treasure Hunter calendar. So live now, which is actually ended now, is the Rainbow Trail. So you earn rainbow dust and, get your goodies that way. Which is current, and this is going to be going until February 8th, so it's not a huge one. There's a fast rotating selection of different Treasure Hunter promotions. And starting on the February 9th, which will go until the February 15th, is the Gifts from the Heart. So this is going to be all Valentine's themed promotion. So the Heartman store is going to be here, which will be returning February 9th. There is going to be the brand new rose-tinted glasses, which is going to be a tradable object. When worn, have the ability to toggle a rose-colored filter that will make the world look a little bit more, rosy. The Heartman store will also make its return with 3 brand new items, which is a shower yourself in rose petals with the new rose petal aura override, and add 2 new pets to the collection log, Lovebird and Lovebug, which are all going to be available through the Heartmans until the store availability ends on February 22nd. And Heartmans can be earned through Gifts from the Heart and Devotion Sprites. Now, I will say one thing usually that does happen with the Valentine's Day events is that things do generally come back. Unlike the Christmas events, which seem to have kind of random lately. Wednesday, February 8th at 1700 game time, so 5 p.m. game time. For 4-3, the new Foundations reveal. So do check that out. I know personally I want to check that out, and I'm going to try to make sure I have information for you guys as soon as possible. If you are, not so interested in looking through the notes. And speaking of notes, we have patch notes. So we have the general fix an issue, which causing the items of player's inventory to disappear after curing a farming patch. corrected misspellings of receive across the game, made some minor changes to the duel system and PvP so that dying in a duel outside of the wilderness should consistently result in a saved death, fixed instances where the removed roost display settings would get overwritten when viewing certain wanted quests or cutscenes, and damage cap was removed from the Aegis aura alongside the absorption rate being connected to the player's defense level. Now the aura's protective shield consistently reduces all damage by 10%. Actually makes it worthwhile. Right-clicking max capes and any eligible backslot item while worn will now show available stored skill cape perks. Rest animations will now be displayed correctly when toggling between the minimum and high graphics settings while resting and listening to music. Fixed an issue with the spellbook tabs overwriting skilling book tabs on the mobile devices. Updated the appearance of the Hellhounds by adjusting their roughness and metal spec values. Engine, they fixed a crash on loading into the game on some devices with Intel GPUs. Fixed a crash that could occur on Android when loading into new areas. Fixed a point light shadows flickering from one frame when new lights are selected for shadow casting. Fixed a strange corrupted tile point light rendering on AMD observed in faraway map squares without light data. Fixed volumetrics sometimes not appearing first time on various GPUs. Fixed inconsistent draw distances in cutscenes after adjusting graphic settings. Fix a debug output on Windows and Android. Fix an issue where object outlines would persist on mobile when switching floors. Fix an issue with the treasure hunter particles. Fix an issue causing some locations such as farming patches to sometimes appear incorrectly when logging back into the game. And fix an inability to connect game via certain ISPs. Improve performance at locations containing many particle effects. There is also the community, which is the community showcase. We have a very nice and colorful image here by Tim or Tien, favorite keeper of the faith. So this is Ziliana and her lion. And then we have something here by Legend Arts showing what a RuneScape, an older style RuneScape fighting game could look like. Pretty cool looking. And then here we have Frosty Worm RS created a elegant Lumbridge logo, which that'd be perfect for a t-shirt, to be perfectly honest. And then we have an awesome one here by Wolf Dog Art Corner, designing a jaw-dropping masterwork armor set. This is obviously for Magic, I would assume, given the looks of it, and given it a kind of Eastern Lands theme too. Very interesting. And then Human Pixel has been putting hours on Blender to create this wonderful recreation of the Ceradoman God Sword, looking pretty cool. And then Chunks of Plum and Siriu, a very interesting imagery. It almost looks like it would be a one of those. I know what the kind of poster I'm thinking of. And you need a blacklight poster, yeah, something like that. It looks like one of those. It looks pretty awesome. But then we also have RuneTube. So the first one up is Nuz, and they test the Bow of the Last Guardian, so you don't have to. But they say I bought the RuneScape most expensive weapon. Was it a mistake? Is the title of this. And then we have Improve Your Magic DPS FSAOA and 4TAA Rotation Guide for RuneScape. Let me see, make sure there's no more information that I could see. That is by Ryo RS. And we have the AOD Weapon Hunt RuneScape 3 Iron Man Series 110 by Yaki RS. Do check all these out. We got a couple things, give tips and tricks, as well as another one here that is giving you a bit of a story, which is always kind of fun to watch. And then you have the Scaper screenshots with Illige, and I know their name comes up a lot in this, but they take some really good screenshots. I gotta say it. Their stuff looks pretty awesome with their character overlooking in the Elven City. Pretty cool looking shot. Then you have Asmar admiring the view and maybe wondering why the sun is so bright, because they are doing very cool filter effects for the Elven City. And then we have a nice nighttime picture from Maddie, and that is a really good imagery right there with the night sky in the back. And then we have the Pink Skirts player events. So up first we have the next Angel of Death, hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild. Friday, February 10th at 2000 game time, World 88, God Wars Dungeon, Ancient Prison, FC is the Boss Guild. And then we have Stealing Creation, which is going to be hosted by Lady Spira, Healthy Chan, and Fast SC, Saturday, February 11th at 1800 game time, World 99, Stealing Creation Lobby, FC is the Fast SC. And there is one more thing I wanted to address, because I see this getting brought up quite a bit, and it is about the, I guess there's a trillion GP or something dupe that was going on. Jaggeds has since patched it and fixed the issue. And one thing I have noticed from Jaggeds, they do not usually mention bugs, glitches, dupes in the weekly update videos, well, in their weekly updates like this. Sometimes they do address it during live streams if they feel it too necessary. I know they also don't like to advertise when people are doing something wrong. But for those who are curious about it, they have fixed it. It is fixed. It's done with. The people who participated are more than likely going to be punished unless somehow they didn't get caught. But usually Jaggeds does catch the people who abuse bugs in game or cheat, and etc, etc. So just keep that in mind. It has been taken care of. We might get more information of how it happened, why it happened, etc, etc. But that's kind of 50-50, and that usually only pertains to live streams if it usually does get brought up. But that'll be it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.